So before you start looking at what mathematics subject am I going to choose, or am I going to choose mathematics at all, let's have a look at what is the right level of mathematics for you to choose. You'll have a number of ways of finding out what mathematics course to choose. Firstly, you can look at what level you are currently doing in Year 10. If you're doing Mathematics 5.1, then General Mathematics or General 1 Mathematics will be the best option for you. If you're doing Mathematics 5.2, then you'll be most likely suited to General Mathematics. There may be some exceptions for students who are performing at the very top end of Mathematics 5.2. Students who are currently in Mathematics 5.3 will most likely be able to succeed in 2-unit mathematics. However, some students may choose to work in General Mathematics. These students in Mathematics 5.3 may be able to also complete Extension 1 Mathematics in the preliminary course, and after identification from their Extension 1 teacher, may be asked to do Extension 2 for the HSC. You will also be given information about what course you should choose by your class teacher, by the head of mathematics and the assistant head of mathematics. One place to start looking at am I going to be successful in mathematics is by looking at your Year 10 report. Have a look at your grade and your mark to see what your level of performance is. There are many mathematics courses available for students in preliminary and HSC courses. By far, a majority of students in New South Wales select one of the mathematics general options. These courses are designed to provide further mathematical skills and techniques for both further study after school and also for employment directly from school. So the question is, what are the different levels of mathematics? What do they mean? And how do they work in the HSC? And how will they work for me when looking at my future after school? Am I going to university, or am I looking to go into employment or trade? What's the difference between Mathematics General 1 and General 2? And what will best suit your post-school needs? The Mathematics General 1 and 2 courses share the same content during the preliminary course. Although at Marist Eastwood, we would assume that students would select their course for the preliminary and HSC when they go into Year 11. The HSC course offers General 1 and General 2, with the fundamental difference being that General 2 will contribute to an ATAR, whereas General 1 will not. While it might seem to be the default choice to undertake the ATAR course, there are a host of many good reasons why General 1 is often a better choice for students. Mathematics General 2 is the Border Studies course that is examined at the HSC. This course will provide a pathway into most university courses, other than those that require calculus-based knowledge. Similar to the original General Maths course, there will be a variety of assessment tasks and exams throughout the course, and finally the trial and HSC examinations. The General 2 course provides appropriate mathematical background for students who do not wish to pursue the formal study of mathematics at tertiary level, but it will give a strong foundation for university studies in the areas of business, humanities, nursing, health sciences and paramedical sciences. In fact, many of the financial-based courses at university, including accounting, require Mathematics General 2 as a prerequisite and not 2-unit mathematics. You should select General 2 if you are good at mathematics, enjoy mathematics. While this course will provide entry into a variety of university and vocational courses, it involves a good deal of work to be successful. There are a number of new concepts and skills that are introduced during the subject, and these require on the skills and knowledge that you would have attained during Year 10 coursework. Do not enrol in this course if you have struggled with the Year 10 content. You'd be better off with Mathematics General 1. The Mathematics General 1 course is the board course that is not examined at the HSC. It will count to a HSC, but it will not contribute to an ATAR for university entrance. The General 1 course is specifically designed for students who do not intend to progress directly to university from school. Even without an ATAR, university is still an option for most students, as you can enter most courses with a few years of work experience. However, students who do have experience in the commercial sector, like trade, retail, they may gain entry at a later stage into university. The content of the General 1 course is written with a focus on the application of maths in real-life authentic situations. There are a total of 6 focus studies in the preliminary and HSC course, including mathematics and driving and mathematics and design. Through these and the remaining focus studies, students learn how maths is applied in real-life situations. In fact, we may finally be able to answer that recurring question you may have: when am I going to use this in real life, sir? But will employers want General 1 or General 2 candidates over the other? Well, if you're not planning on going to university and going straight into work, I would suggest that the General 1 course has a closer link to the real life applications that you would need when applying for a job. Many students and some parents will grapple with the idea of enrolling in a non-ATAR course. The General 1 course, however, is a much better choice for students who are aiming to enter retail, commercial or trade jobs immediately after school. In particular, if you have struggled with the maths content in Year 10, then we strongly recommend that you do the General 1 course over the General 2 course. When you look at the difference between the general mathematics courses and mathematics 2 unit and extension mathematics, the topics are different, but the most significant difference is the work done in calculus. Now, calculus as a topic, or maybe it should be better referred to as an overarching theme, has a number of different subtopics that work within it. Some of these subtopics are things like limits and differentiation, integration. There is about 16 or 17 subtopics that come under this calculus area. And if you go to the Board of Studies and look at the syllabus, you can see what these topics are, and you can also see what the topics are in your school handbook. So what is calculus? Well, I think the most important thing to get is that to do calculus you have to be very strong with algebra, very strong with trigonometry, and here's the clincher. The difference as you go down through the 2 unit and the extension 1 courses is the difference between abstract problems and concrete problems. Concrete problems are problems where you have things like, I have 22 Mars bars and 3 picnic bars, how many chocolate bars do I have altogether? Abstract problems where you almost have imaginary ideas and you need to work out things like what is 0 divided by 0 or infinity over infinity, or what does this sequence of numbers, if it goes on forever, equal. So your algebra, your trigonometry and your ability to be able to imagine are the types of skills you need as you move further down from General 1 to General 2, but more importantly from General to 2 unit mathematics and Extension 1. So if you struggle being able to imagine these types of strange mathematical concepts, then you're better off looking at the general mathematics courses. So how do I decide what subject I'm going to do? The first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is my level of ability? What has my mathematics ability been over Year 7 to 10? You can't say to yourself that I'm going to make a difference now at the end of Year 10 to get into 2 unit mathematics. You need those strong foundation skills. Have a look at how you have performed in algebra and trigonometry. So if you're not doing well in these areas, or you're not doing well in mathematics, then trying to do 2 unit mathematics or extension is just going to be more of a struggle and you're not going to enjoy the subject. The second question is, do you have a desire and interest in these subjects? You need to have that interest so that you're motivated to continue to work and apply yourself at the top level to achieve well. The third question is, will you be using mathematics in the future? So, for example, if you look at where you're wanting to go after school, 2 of the focus studies in general mathematics look at very practical applications. For example, driving and the costs associated with driving, and mobile phone plans and the costs associated with buying mobile phones. General mathematics is a very practical subject. So these are really practical problems. If you're a concrete-minded type of student, then that's why general will be suited to you. So as you go further, you're getting abstract problems, not concrete problems. They're for people that are more guided towards science or commerce or engineering. And you need to look at quantitative methods of accounting. Then you need this type of subject, 2 unit mathematics. The other question is your other subjects. The reason I suggest this is a key question is because you need to think about, if I'm going to do 2 unit mathematics or if I'm going to do extension 1, How much time am I going to need to put in to be successful in that subject? Will that mean some of my other subjects might suffer? Are you trying to do a number of sciences, or are you struggling at English because English is mandatory and you're going to have to put more time into English? Maybe you wouldn't be better off trying to do 2-unit mathematics and struggling through when you could select general and be more successful and have a more interesting time in mathematics. So if you think about how it goes over the next 2 years, you have preliminary that goes for 3 terms, then you have term 4 and terms 1 to 3 for HSC. So in preliminary, all students who select general will do the same course. When you get into the HSC, you will split, if you wish, into General 2, which is the ATAR course, or General 1, which is non-ATAR. So General 2 is what most students will choose. Alternatively, if you decide that you want to go into this bigger subject of mathematics, you'll do your mathematics 2-unit, or mathematics and extension 1, and possibly students may do mathematics extension 2. They'll be nominated to complete that subject by their class teacher. But extension 2 only exists in the HSC, it does not exist in the preliminary course. So in finishing off, you want to look at your ability. If you're a 5.3 student, you should be moving towards 2-unit mathematics and possibly extension 1. If you're a 5.2 student, you'd be doing general mathematics. If you're a 5.1 student, you may be doing general mathematics 2 or general mathematics 1, remembering that general mathematics 1 is non-ATAR. Your teachers, the head of department for mathematics and the assistant head of department, along with your assigned mentor, will help you to decide what mathematics course is best for you.